All right, then, allora. Just deep into your divine soul knowing, and let me just tune in with the entire group. And as you're in your divine soul knowing, also allow light to flow out to go to this core center of the group. Okay. And just be real curious about this. I mean, really ride a curiosity wave so you don't have to do good work. Okay, the best work we do is when we're open, curious, and we let our divine souls do the work. And we let the light do the manifesting. Okay, good, that's better. Okay, and just kind of concentrate, and if you want to look at each other and just acknowledge the divine in me sees and greets the divine in you. We are creating one center core unit here today. Tonight and this morning. Interesting, we're in 3 different parts of the world. Okay. Just stay in that, allow light to flow and just observe how it flows. And then let me do a tune in. Oh, and let go of brain synapses. And then I started to do a tune in. It's like this. Let your brain connect new synapses. Okay. Good. Okay. Allow yourselves to acknowledge and allow more refined vibrations of gratitude for our symbiotic relationship with Mother Earth, flowing from infinity through your divine soul knowing. Again, it's going to the group, but also up through your divine heart, your human heart, and then to the center of the earth. So as a group collective, we're sending it to the earth, and then individually, thank you. Yeah. And try to just let go and sink into deeper awarenesses of gratitude, really gratitude, and our symbiotic relationship. There's another really good thing, video that I watched from a doctor who was talking about how this symbiotic relationship that we have with all of the microbes and the viruses. You know, we've got so many microbes and viruses that make up and created our body. And we're currently treating this coronavirus in the collective like it's something to be conquered. You know, and this isn't the health circle, but we're transmitting information through the viruses and through all of those kingdoms of the viruses, all of the elementals. There's information being transmitted from our protons to all of the other protons, but all of the other protons outside of our body. So when we say that there is no separation, it's because there's constant communication on all levels, but there is individuation because we each have our own experiences and we're each here for a different reason. So gratitude. But gratitude that comes from strength. Gratitude that comes from the strength of saying, I receive, thank you. And I give back. Fully and freely. Yes. Now we have a good timbre. Okay, good. And then from infinity to our divine soul knowing, to the center of the group, but also up to the heavens. And let it come back around and surround the divine consciousness grid and let it touch all living things. Including those of us that are creating and having human experiences. Good. And as it comes back around, let it seep through that crust that humankind has created of separation, and that one is better than the other. And it's not that they're better, it's just different. Let it seep through that, like water through rocks. We'll use that theme. Transforming that concept of power games into collaboration games. Now, we're going to contemplate and keep in the center of us these concepts of power games that are done with money. And the last part of the basic activation is when we allow light to come up, we hold it in our heart, and then we push it out and send it to the far reaches of the known universe and beyond. We are specifically going to focus on the far reaches and beyond of this kind of sphere of power games. So we're going to put ourselves into the center of the group and also be in our own center. And the third level is we're going to go to the center of this belief system. That's the paradigm. That's the universe that we're dealing with right now. Good. You don't need to visualize it. There's no way you can visualize this, by the way. Just say, okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Now just rest in this for a moment. Allow your brain synapses to disconnect and reconnect. Just let them do their thing. Good. Divine light is infinite intelligence that knows all things, omniscient wisdom that knows how to manage all things for the highest good of all, and omnipotent, all-powerful, unconditional love that can. Equally everywhere present. These power games are just as divinely made as full collaboration. They were used creating thoughts. Is it for the highest good of all? Well, it gives us an opportunity to feel, or it has given us an opportunity to feel what it's like to be small and to say no. You understand? And when we send light to the far reaches of that, you're in three places. Your center, center the group, center the belief system. We got a triad, a triangle. Okay. Or a trinity. Good. We are not taking away from those who have. We are simply asking to move along the polarity scale from power games to collaboration so that there is opportunity for all. What one does with the opportunity is free choice. Okay. 3 breaths, and on the third one, we're going to push our light out to the far reaches of the universe, okay? Allow it to move, and you're going to hold it in your heart. 1, inhale. Exhale, hold it in your heart. 2, exhale. 3, hold it, push out. And tell me when you feel it come back. Okay, we're going to do that again. I want you to feel that. It's just enough to go like that when you feel it returned, okay? Inhale. Hold it in your heart. Exhale. Inhale. Hold it in your heart. Exhale. Inhale. Push. It came back. So practice this. When you do the basic activation, practice the fourth. Oh, good. Good. Okay, now we're going to send it back in time. And if you want to close your eyes so that for the visual thinkers you can, but be sure to stay in your body, okay? Allora, we're still working on all three levels. We're sending through our divine soul knowing to the center of the group, but also we have sent it out from the center of our group to all of mankind. So some of it is going directly to mankind, some of it is going up and then back around. Okay. And for right now, just let go of any thoughts or just say allora and push any of your thoughts and ideas to one side so that you allow your divine soul to do the driving here. And you are learning by observation. There you go, Aliyah. That one you've been kind of biting on for a while. It's like, think of it like you're learning to drive a car, but first you're going to watch the experienced driver drive it so you observe what they're doing. So that's all you're doing right now is observing. Good. Light flowing from infinity up through your divine soul knowing to the center of the group, out to mankind, or humankind. Then up through your heart, and to your heart to all of humankind. And we're sending this back in time. And if you feel at any particular point to stop and send light, each of us are here in this particular moment in time with the ability to do a very specific level of light work. Let yourself do it and just sit back and observe. When you come across any pockets of hubris or mankind thinking he is or she is godlike and has the right to own other people or enslave other people, transformation moving along that line of open collaboration. Good. And as you run into pockets of the mentality of feeling downtrodden, helpless, and hopeless, that light rise up through that and move it along the scale of sovereign recognition of your own ability and the courage to express fully and freely in service and receive a just recompensation. And as we go back in time and also are working in the present, the concept of getting something for nothing, transformation along the scale of understanding that it's an exchange. I give freely, I receive freely. And also sending light through the consciousness, past and present, or present and through to the past, of slave wages, and send light to that, transformation into the illumination along the polarity scale, to just recompensation for the services rendered, but a recognition and a value placed on the symbiotic relationship that we are all in. And let's insert into the current collective consciousness, going into the past, the idea or concept of giving a hand up, to lift up, and not a hand out, which weakens the receiver, but at the same time, let it flow. Systems that create a hand up and don't enslave people in poverty by not asking for an exchange. And currently and going into the past, let's send light, transformation into illumination of poverty into prosperity for the highest good of all. Whether it's consciousness or systems. Good. Okay. And returning to current times and only current times, we're sending light, infinite intelligence, omniscient wisdom, omnipotent, unconditional love to all of the systems of thought that inherent in their paradigmic belief, there's not space for the highest good of all. So this is kind of a blanket allowing it to move through you, and letting each divine soul work on their each individual consciousness, human consciousness. Okay, good. And come on and open your eyes when you're ready. And if you need to give yourself a stretch, do. Oh, yeah.